All right, so this is the first goal in the Philadelphia Union versus Inter Miami match. This one comes courtesy of Philadelphia Union's Mikael Uhre. And so we're going to see a turnover right here by Camachi. Jacob Glesnes picks up the loose ball. Going to go ahead and split the midfielders here by Inter Miami. Play this through ball into Mikael Uhre, who gets in behind the back line. Another touch here. Clinical finish in the back of the net. 3 minutes into this match. Back-to-back games now with a goal from Mikael Uhre, who's been in fantastic form the last month or so for the Union. This is exactly what the Union wanted, a quick start after being in terrible form, after giving up a goal 2 weeks ago to Montreal 50 seconds into the game. The Union come out with an early goal themselves. With Mikael Uhre, somebody needed to step up with Julian Carranza no longer with the club, and Mikael Uhre has been that player for the Union. This pass here by Jacob Glesnes into Mikael Uhre, this is fantastic. Notice how I have 3 players highlighted here by Inter Miami. It's the 3 midfielders, Busquets, Camachi, and David Ruiz. Jacob Glesnes does a good job just to go ahead and split between both Camachi and Ruiz. And he's just going to attack that space, and Mikael Uhre notices that. You can see he's going to make that run in behind Tomas into all that space. Just a fantastic ball we saw played in by Jacob Glesnes. Busquets should be centrally in here, but because Miami turned the ball over on the right side of the field, he's already occupied on that side of the field, and you would expect Camachi or Ruiz to go ahead and just turn over Jacob Glesnes, but they allowed Jacob just to run in between both of them, and Jacob sees just yards of space in front of him. So he lifts his head and plays a fantastic through ball. I mean, this looks like a number 10 ball played in by Jacob. And that finisher by Mikael Uhre. There's a player who's been playing with lots of confidence. A left-footed strike there by Mikael Uhre. Fantastic for the Union. I mean, look at this. There was no question of offsides or not. It's a beautifully timed run by Mikael Uhre. Fantastic ball played in by Jacob Glesnes to put the Union up 1-0. All right, so this is the second goal in this match. This one comes courtesy of Inter Miami's Julian Gressel. So you can see Capana on the ball into Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba back to Capana. Capana back to Jordi Alba. And we're going to go ahead and just track the run by Julian Gressel. You can see highlighted there on your screen all the way to the right side of the field. Ball gets played into Jordi Alba. And this is just really poor defending here by the Union. Both Jacob Glesnes and Kai Wagner go back towards the goal, leave Julian Gressel wide open, and it's a good touch after a powerful ball played in by Camachi, and the strike's fantastic there by Julian Gressel. And we'll go ahead and look at this play once more, but this is exactly what Inter Miami won at 47 minutes into the game, 2 minutes out of the break, and they already have a goal to tie this game up 1-1. So again, the ball played into Jordi Alba. Alba picks out a good pass to Camachi. And notice, just right there, Jacob Glesnes and Kai Wagner, just terrible defending. They leave both players for Miami wide open in the middle of the field. Nate Harriel and Olivier Bizot get called out. Nate Harriel started this game as a center back, gets called out to the right side of the field. Olivier Bizot goes inside the cover for Nathan Harriel. And so it looks like Bizot has this covered fine. 1v1 against Camachi, and he's taking away that shot, but for whatever reason, both Kai Wagner and Jacob Glesnes leave the man and go back towards the goal to block a shot, and Julian Gressel, he's not going to make any mistakes about that. The ball once again played into Jordi Alba. Good touch there by Camachi, wild pass, good touch, and then the finish is just fantastic there by Julian Gressel. And there's nothing that Oliver Zemla could have done about this. He tries to get over to his post fast, but Gressel hits this with venom, places it well, and ties this game up for Inter Miami 1-1. All right, so this is the last goal in the Philadelphia Union versus Inter Miami match. This one comes courtesy of Miami's Leo Alfonso, and he's highlighted here on your screen. And just notice, Inter Miami has literally everyone back behind the ball. They're down 2 players because of red cards, and so if Miami can get out of here with a point, this feels like a victory for them. Jack McGlynn on the ball here, plays this ball in, and it's a careless pass by Jack McGlynn, and you've got to foul. You've got to foul the player right here. It's a good out ball out to Alfonso, and now it's 2v1 against Jacob Glesnes. Jacob Glensis goes in for the tackle, misses it, and Alfonso with the left-footed strike in the back of the net in the 94th minute. Down 2 players. Get the game-winning goal. Down 2 players, and this is a clinical finish here by Alfonso, the substitute. You saw literally every player behind the ball for Inter Miami. They're okay with this game ending 1-1. But no, they get a chance to break on the counterattack. And Alfonso there, ice through his veins. Very, very, very great finish here by him. And the pass by Jack McGlynn, and it's okay. You give it away. You've got a foul there. And it's a great ball into Alfonso. And now he sees he's in yards of space. 1v1 sees a runner coming, and Jacob Glensis commits to the tackle, but he misses. And once he does that, Alfonso just puts the ball right in front of him. And now it's a 1v1 against Ali Zemla. And you see Jacob Glensis tries to slow him down, and then he goes, commits for that tackle, and completely misses the ball. And Jacob has to get this right. If he doesn't, Alfonso's in. And it's a great finish there. And nothing Oliver Zemla could have done there when you're left in no man's land 1v1 when you expect your team to keep possession of the ball. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at some chances here by the Union. And there was multiple opportunities here in the first half for the Union to go up by multiple goals. They go into the half up 1-0 as we just saw. And so this first chance, we see Oliver Zemla from the back playing up to Alejandro Bedoya, who wins the flick one into Jeremy Raffanello. Beautiful through ball into Quinn Sullivan. Quinn Sullivan can't put his shot on target. That's a huge wasted opportunity there by Quinn Sullivan in the Philadelphia Union. This is beautiful by the Union, just playing out of the back with Oliver Zemla, winning the 50-50 ball. Jeremy Raffanello with a beautiful threaded ball into Quinn Sullivan. And this is pretty similar to the first goal that we saw that the Union scored with Mikael Uhre. It's the forwards getting in behind the center backs for Inter Miami, playing their high line. And the Union almost capitalized here with Quinn Sullivan. Probably should have capitalized here, but it's a wasted opportunity. Chance number 2. Kai Wagner with a long ball up top. Jacob Glensis wins the header. It's going to go ahead and get cleared away by Inter Miami, but Jack McGlynn keeps us alive. Olivier Baiza going to go ahead and play across into Bedoya. Bedoya, ooh, it's close. Referee says this is a goal kick, and Alejandro Bedoya not having any of this, letting the referee know what he thinks. Gets a yellow card here for a dissent. We'll go ahead and see that replay once again. And Bedoya actually does have a point here that this does get touched by Drake Callender. It's a great ball played in by Baizo. It's a good header by Alejandro Bedoya, who's so good in the air. And you can see right there that is poked away by Drake Callender. This is the best angle you can get. Yeah, he gets a fingertip on that, and that should have been a corner kick for the Union. Referee says, nope, goal kick. Again, Oliver Zemla playing out of the back. Mikael Uhre wins the flick one to Alejandro Bedoya. And real quick, before we look at this play right here, I want to say, I think one of the most underrated parts about Oliver Zemla's game is his distribution with his feet. He's really good with finding the open pass, playing a perfect ball so his teammates can win that 50-50 ball. And we saw it throughout this game, and we've seen it throughout the season, in my opinion. And so you can see Mikael Uhre won the ball right here. And because Mikael Uhre attracts the attention of Christoph and Busquets, now Miami's a little bit out of position. Christoph's that center back for Miami. You see Jordi Alba, the left back there. He's going to be caught out of position because Mikael's going to go right back to Alejandro Bedoya. And so you draw 3 players out of position. Jeremy Raffanello, you can see there in the space there. He's just going to be able to slip in behind this back line of Inter Miami. They get caught sleeping just because they're concentrated trying to turn Mikael Uhre over, trying to turn Alejandro Bedoya over. And another thing I want to point out is because no Daniel Gazdag, no Julian Carranza, what Mikael Uhre is doing is exactly what we see from those 2 players. They're always dropping in deep into the midfield to collect the ball, to get onto the ball, just to create that space for players to run in from behind. And this is just really good hold-up play here by Mikael Uhre, just to draw the attention by multiple players. Ball played into Bedoya. Bedoya one-time pass in Jeremy Raffanello. Raffanello sees the run by Jack McGlynn, and that ball is going to get miscleared away, and that's a perfect chance there by Quinn Sullivan. Hits it first time, and it gets blocked away. And here we go again. Second half, the Union had just conceded. And so after they concede, they're going to go ahead and have another chance here, and this one's going to come courtesy of Jeremy Raffanello, who gets one to the pass by Kai Wagner. Finds a little bit of space here. It's well defended there by Sergio Busquets, and easy save there for Callender. And we see the last chance of the game here for the Union. They win the ball back, and this is really, really bad for the Union. It's a 5-on-2, a 5-on-4 because Miami does well to get players back. But I want to highlight something. Chris Donovan, has the arrow on the ball on the left-hand side of your field, this is probably who you don't want on the ball in this situation. You want Chris Donovan more centrally because you can see all the space on the right-hand side of the field. This ball right here at this moment where this pause is at, this is where the ball should have been crossed in. You can see Quinn Sullivan with his hand out, wide open, acres of space. And Wiegand, the right back for Inter Miami, does a good job here just to slow down Chris Donovan, take away that angle. And now Chris Donovan, out of options, opts for the shot. But that's a huge wasted opportunity there for the Union. They finally break on the counterattack, and they can't capitalize on. Just terrible stuff here by the Union.